What's up? What's going on? Happy Tuesday. No, what's today? No, Wednesday. Goodness gracious. You know, yesterday evening I was thinking it was Wednesday. I was bugging out. But anyway, you down with OPP? Yeah, every now and then I like a little old school. What's up, Thomas? What's going on? Thank you for jumping on while I'm on my way to work. I know it's not the clearest video, but it's foggy out here. It's misting. It is what it is, but I wanted to jump on with you guys. What's up, Robin? How you doing, Mama? Good to see you. All right, guys. So, first of all, for those of you that may not know me, that when you jump on, my name is Daria Jackson Legonier, coming at you from Brooklyn on the Belt Parkway. Yep, on the Belt Parkway, on my way to Strong Hills, Allen. And today, I just want to talk to you about how do you get over the fear so that you can be productive. Because we all know that being fearful, it makes you paralyzed. At least for me, you know, when I'm fearful of something, I'm pretty much paralyzed. I don't do anything. So I wanted to share that with you. And one of the main things that I do is I tell myself, you know what, even though I'm fearful, I'm going to do it anyway. And you know what, when you actually do it and you conquer your fear, you feel so much better. You do. Now, you know, I'm going to share with you, share something with you that'll probably bug you out, you know, unless you're in the profession that I'm in. So, as you know, most of you may know that I'm a teacher, and this is my 24th year. And every year, you know, we have to be observed. You know, nobody likes someone standing over you and watching you do your craft, do your thing, and evaluate you. So there's a fear that comes over me when I get that email. I want to come, I want to observe you, you know, when can we meet? It's like, oh my God, here we go. I mean, I know it's coming. Like this year, I just want to do it and get it out the way. Just come in, observe me, and get out. And we can do it before Christmas, I'm good. But there's an anxiety that happens every year. You know, I have to think about, okay, what am I going to teach them? Then I have, you know, TAs in the room that, in Long Island, they call them TAs. I know in New York, they call them paraprofessionals. And I have to think about, okay, how are they going to support me? Because not only are they evaluating me on my delivery and the kids' responses, they also evaluated me on how I'm utilizing my TAs. And so I had to think about all of that, you know, not to mention the content, you know, put it all together. How am I going to open? How I'm going to close? All of that is going through my mind all at the same time. And then I say, okay, breathe, right? So even though I know this is coming up every year, there's a fear. And I just say, okay, let's do this. And I'll just, you know, spring into action and do what needs to be done. One of the things that I do every morning is that I do affirmations. I'm definitely someone that had low self-esteem. What's up, Bobby? Oh, man, looks like there's an accident up ahead. Okay, I guess I'll be sitting here talking to you guys for a while. And crawling, going like 0 miles per hour. But anyway, I had low self-esteem. And for a long time, I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself as far as my livelihood. I just pretty much hung out, you know, always liked nice things, always wanted more. Hey, what's up, sis? Always wanted more, but I didn't think that I was smart enough. I didn't think that I was capable enough of, you know, doing more than the mediocre things that I was doing. You know, I remember working for housing for like 9 years, and I had a entry level job. I don't know why this cat is beeping me. Ain't nobody going nowhere. But anyway, I had an entry level job for years. You know, always wanted to make money. I went to college, dropped out. You know, didn't do well, so I already had put in my mind that, you know, I wasn't smart enough. I can't do it. I'm not college material for years. You know, but then it comes a point when you get sick and tired and sick, and you just get sick and tired, and you're like, no, I'm tired of making this little bit of money. I'm tired of, penny pinching, trying to, want nice things, can't afford this, can't afford that. And eventually I said, you know what? I know I got to go back to school. And it wasn't until my supervisor at the time, I asked her for a raise because there was a guy that had a degree. He was making $10,000 more than me. We were doing the same thing. But because he had a degree and I didn't, he got, paid more. So I did jump into a program specifically for working people, and that's how my journey started, and got my degree, and landed a teaching position, and through the whole process I was scared. So what I was doing at that time, off and on, I was doing my affirmations. I was telling myself that I was smart enough. I was telling myself I can do this. I would rely on that scripture. I could do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I mean, I couldn't even pass the teacher's exam. I was so stressed out. I think I took that thing like 3 or 4 times. And then, when you start comparing yourself to people, it's not serving. It doesn't, hey, what's up? What's going on, Regina? It's not self-serving, right? It just makes matters worse. It just makes you feel even worse when you start comparing yourself, because everybody's story is not your story, and it might look like glory, but you don't know what they went through to get to where they are right now. So it's very dangerous to compare yourself to anyone. And that, yeah, girl, I'm driving. I'm on the Belt Parkway in traffic, and I'm kicking it with y'all. So anyway, when you compare yourself to people, it's self-sabotage, because you're telling yourself, you want to be like this one, you want to be like that one, or you wish. You don't know what that person has gone through, and you don't want to wish to be like anybody. You just want to be like you, respect your process, whatever that is, and just, lay out your goals, and one by one, just knock them out. Now, are you going to go through trials and tribulations? Yeah, you are. But that's why you rely on prayer. You rely on your scripture. You rely on your affirmation. So while I'm in the shower, I'm doing my affirmations, I'm a courageous, worthy leader. I am smart. I'm intelligent. I'm worth it. I can do all things. I can do this. Whatever it is, I say those affirmations while I'm in the shower. You can, and say it out loud, because when you say it out loud, your subconscious mind, it gets it. It feeds it into the subconscious files of your mind, and after a while, even if you don't believe it, you'll start to believe it, and then you'll notice that your actions start changing. I was also the type of person, especially growing up, I didn't speak up. I was that student that knew the answer but wouldn't, raise my hand. So for fear that someone would shut me down or laugh at me, because it did happen. I remember one time I read in front of the class, how back in the day, you did that reading around the class, and your turn is coming up, and the anxiety and all that stuff. That's why we don't do that in school anymore. That round the classroom reading, and you focusing on your turn, and you counting the paragraphs to see when it's your turn, and you're trying to read it so you can sound profound like everybody else. Yeah, well, that happened to me, and I stumbled, and I was praying that when it was my turn to read, that I didn't come across words I didn't know. But of course, as it would have it, I was chosen. It was my turn to read a paragraph of a few words that I didn't know, and I struggled, and the students in my class laughed, and I was so embarrassed. And from that point on, I said, I'm not going to put myself in that position anymore. So what did I do? I stopped raising my hand. I stopped reading out loud, and then it just trickled into it just mushroomed into my adulthood. So if I had an opinion about something, even now I kind of struggle, with open conversations. When people ask you, what do you think? What are your feelings? I struggle with that, and I'll tell myself, well, I don't have any thoughts on it. I'm neutral. I'm good. And, you should be able to express yourself. But because of that experience, hey, what's going on, Dennis? I really hurt myself by not speaking up for myself, by not engaging in dialogue. So it makes it very hard to network and meet people. So here I am, in the networking and online profession, and I struggle with holding conversations and expressing, how I feel about things. But the affirmations have helped. The miracle morning activities that I just started what's today? The 32nd day? Yeah, 32 days ago has helped me. And just being determined, because when you're sick and tired you will do things that you never thought, because it's like, okay already. And then everything that people have said that you need to do and you said you're not going to do and you refuse to do, you go, okay, I guess I better do it. So, some affirmations, if you're not really sure what affirmations you want to put together for yourself and just recite and say every day, you can put together anywhere from 5 to 10. There's apps. I have an app on my phone where a new affirmation comes up every day. I just press it and it pops up and I read it, and then it disappears, and then the next day it's a new affirmation. Oh man, I am going to be in traffic for a minute. This is I need to get in this that's what I need to do. Get in this road right here. This is the road that's moving. This the lane that's moving. The good thing is that I'm prepared, so whatever my kids have to do, whatever my kids have to do, everything is ready to go. So when my TAs come in and I'm hold it down. But my sister is calling me. I do have my sister time with my sis. So I just wanted to just say hey to you guys and, get those affirmations going because they really, 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 really help. All right. So I'm going to run. I'm going to talk to my little sis right now while I'm stuck in traffic. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.